independent journalism looks like.
Smash that like for the MG Show. Subscribe now. Ring that bell. Let's go. Smash that like for the MG Show. Yeah. Let's go.
What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is Thursday, July 30th. We're only, 2 more days left in this month. And then it's August, Shady Grove. Oh my goodness.
Boy, oh boy, this year seems to be going by fast. I mean, it's not really a small thing to say that we're living in the golden age, I don't think, my friend. And whenever we're talking about the golden age, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about some good old down-home freedom. And right whenever we get to the good freedom part, all these Democrats start saying they don't even want you to have private property right out in front and tell everybody. So I think we're in a pretty good spot right now going into the midterms, sir. I'm excited about the golden age. I don't know where you are.
I'm right here.
Oh, so you're not excited about the golden age?
No, you said you didn't know where I was. I'm right here.
I didn't know where you were on your excitement level.
Oh. Well, let me just tell you. I'm excited.
That's more like
How's
it.
that?
No, yeah, well, it hit a little flat to start with, but you ended up doing well.
Me. All right, so, wow, I want to tell you guys, the show, the show title, Grok suggested that we use Moreno's quote in the title. I love it.
That's giving away the news.
I know. It's like you don't have to watch the show then because we all already know these episodes.
Yeah, you already know what happened.
Right. But somebody did the meme and it's taken off on X, guys. Remember yesterday we asked for somebody to do the I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, remember that? We wanted somebody to do that meme. And guess what? Somebody actually did it. And here it is. Oh, wait. Oh, let me get it.
Oh, man. Come on.
See, now that I have it not on autoplay, it really is.
Plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Anytime you say fifth, go ahead and ask me a question. Fifth. Plead the fifth.
I love it.
You can play it again.
Apparently, the YouTube video that I played on YouTube got us copyrighted.
I knew it was going to.
Weird, right?
No, it's not weird at all. It's like par for the course from a bunch of Stasi commies. You know, they used to tell you stuff like, once something is 25 years old, it was no longer copyrighted. Remember that? And so they were, they're using Jimi Hendrix songs on, Febreze commercials because there's no copyright, but you're not allowed to play a clip from a Jimi Hendrix song or anything else.
But Laura Ingraham can play I Plead the Fifth last night. So what's going on?
Oh, yeah, that's Fox News, though.
Right. Were they copyrighted?
No, they're commie.
Oh, copyrighted.
Yeah.
So copyrighted, not commie. Copyrighted, commie.
Oh, man, got it. Oh, we're nailing this. Are we done yet? I think we're finished today.
So I want to
wraps it up.
Play this because the truth will set you free. We're talking about Fauci pled the fifth 111 times, Shady Group.
Probably.
All right. So listen to what Tulsi said about this. Check it out.
Before the COVID pandemic, Dr. Fauci, as head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, provided millions in U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
Bats.
Let me just pause it right there. Okay, guys. All right.
The greatest thing about COVID is Jeff Peterson's bat impression.
I don't want to be a bat.
Neither do I.
I mean, that at least deserves some sort of tip here, doesn't it? Come on, guys. Let's go.
Come on.
Thank you, guys.
Work which is now widely viewed as the source of the unintentional lab leak that sparked the pandemic. Now, in support of President Trump's maximum transparency mandate, today, on my final day as Director of National Intelligence, I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents that expose exactly how Fauci worked with politicized career leadership in the intelligence community to suppress the truth about his actions, the virus's lab leak origins, and his role in directing U.S. funding for this dangerous research that caused immeasurable harm and countless lost lives. Now, these documents expose Fauci's direct role in influencing and manipulating IC assessments on COVID-19 and how Fauci lied to Congress in 2024 when under oath he denied knowledge of or participation in discussions with intelligence officials about viral research. We also received testimony from multiple intelligence community whistleblowers who reported retaliation for challenging the intelligence community's manipulation of intelligence on the virus's origins, once again revealing a clear pattern of suppressing dissent, silencing critics, and burying the truth.
So, silencing critics, Shady. Was this show silenced?
Yes.
Was your Twitter account silenced?
It was.
Do you think they owe us a little bit of
happened.
dinero? You think?
I think they do owe us something. I think that, and as a matter of fact, what they really owed us was an explanation, and Fauci had an opportunity to do that yesterday, and he only had one explanation that he said 111 times.
Yeah.
Pretty disgusting, wasn't it?
I plead the fifth.
Dr. Fauci's close relationships with the intelligence community enabled him to assume three key roles that shield him from scrutiny. First, Dr. Fauci funded dangerous gain-of-function coronavirus research linked to Big Pharma and their pursuit of
And by the way, who loves the White House Yeti? I love that Yeti. Look at your got a little hat tip in here. There you go, Yeti. There you go.
universal vaccines worth trillions of dollars. Second, Dr. Fauci was the behind-the-scenes advisor who, alongside his hand-picked so-called experts, pushed the intelligence community to endorse a natural animal origin to hide his dangerous gain-of-function research that he funded using taxpayer dollars, all of this in a deliberate attempt to cover up the truth and shift the blame and attention away from Fauci's own actions. Third, Dr. Fauci became the nation's pandemic pundit, and he publicly pushed lies, disinformation, and censorship using every platform available. Now, according to hundreds of reviewed emails, which are included in this release, the intelligence community almost always incorporated Fauci's recommendations. He promoted a fraudulent paper whose publication he helped prompt as legitimate information for intelligence community consideration. Senior analysts praised Dr. Fauci not as a policymaker, but as what they called an unbiased guide to the real coronavirus experts, while deliberately ignoring experts who might dissent from Fauci's narratives. Now, Fauci didn't stop there. He blatantly lied to Congress under oath during his 2024 testimony to the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, denying that he ever spoke to any intelligence agency about COVID. Now, the correspondence I'm releasing today directly contradicts his sworn testimony. Now, we received statements from multiple whistleblowers revealing that the intelligence analysts who dared to challenge Dr. Fauci's COVID origin conclusions faced threats of retaliation, marginalization, and many suffered career setbacks. For example, a contractor was terminated just days after coming forward to ODNI as a whistleblower. Another example, those who advocated for the lab leak hypothesis or expressed dissenting views were reminded by their managers that leadership would determine which analysts would be promoted and which would not. The message was clear: go along or be punished. Now, senior leaders also sought to undermine whistleblowers by removing anonymity, which is required in the whistleblower process, as they made their complaints, and also insisting that their managers or attorneys be present during ODNI meetings where these whistleblowers were coming forward with their testimony, obviously creating an atmosphere of intimidation. The COVID pandemic caused tremendous hardship and pain for millions of our fellow Americans and countless people around the world. Now, after years of lies and censorship and cover-ups, the American people deserve transparency, truth, and accountability. The tactics that were used to hide the truth are straight from the deep state playbook. Politicized self-serving leaders like Dr. Fauci covered up their own wrongdoing and abuses of power, manipulated intelligence, lied to Congress, and undermined a duly elected president by restricting his access to the vital facts he needed to keep the country safe. It's time you know the truth.
Go ahead, Shady.
I'm telling you that there's a moment in time where all of us can come together as normal, logical, commonsensical human beings to a conversation that we all can have together. These people think that this can't be unwound, and I think it can. And I honestly do. And I think that we have enough political will, maybe for the first time in history. Maybe there's not any Democrats in the House of Representatives that want to help us, but every Republican sitting there does, and almost every Republican in the Senate also does. So we do, and let's not forget the state senates and state representatives. There's a completely different dynamic there. The governing body of this country is actually very, very huge, and it would be really quite the spectacle, wouldn't it, if we got it to work together towards a common goal of unwinding this BS right here that they did to us and pretending like they were giving us their best advice, because we did what they said in good faith. This is the reason it's bad, because the American people did what they said in good faith, because we believed that they were telling the truth, and they took advantage of us. And for that, there should be punishment.
Yeah. And apparently there is a way to get Fauci in its individual states, because the states are not the federal pardon level. So they're going to also try to censor him. What are they going to do, Shady Grove? In contempt. They're going to hold him in contempt as well, because when you have when you use the Fifth Amendment, you don't have a Fifth Amendment when you're pardoned. So there's a lot to happen. I think something big is going to happen. I really do. And I just can't wait to see what happens, Shady.
I think one good comparison that people to share what you were just saying there as maybe a good example is Tina Peters. Think about what happened in the Tina Peters case. Tina Peters was prosecuted by the state, but the federal government couldn't come in and give her a pardon. Okay, so think about that in reverse. The federal government gives a pardon, but does not prevent the state from pursuing a prosecution. You see? The federal government doesn't pardon you from an individual state's rights. The federal government pardons you from the Department of Justice coming after you specifically.
Allegedly, according to Liberty Warrior, Florida filed this morning. Is that really true?
Ooh, well, that would be a live dig moment, sir. I have a feeling that if that is true, that you might be able to discover such with your little, with your AI, Jeff.
So here it is. Florida AG Uthmeier launches investigation into Fauci after Senate hearing. Florida AG launching investigation into Fauci. Look at that. Florida AG says he'll investigate Fauci. Past time we get the truth. Florida will investigate Dr. Fauci over COVID. AG says, Shady Grove.
That is great news. We were literally just speaking about this between the idea of Florida or Texas being the better candidate to go after him. But wouldn't it be amazing, Jeff, if every state went after him?
Yeah.
Because every state could go after him. And we were talking earlier, there's a lot of Republicans out there that are controlling a lot of House seats across this country.
Let's check it out.
What if we all got on the same page?
Oops.
Thank you. Under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions.
Dr. Fauci pleads the fifth, not once, but 111 times. The infectious disease specialist staying tight-lipped today during a hearing in Washington, D.C. about his response to the COVID-19 pandemic.
And that silence is now fueling an investigation here in Florida. Attorney General James Uthmeier writing, quote, "It's past time we get to the truth of what happened during COVID." Fox 35's Chris Lindsay is live tonight. So, Chris, the AG is now launching his own investigation now.
Yes, he's taking aim at Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former White House chief medical advisor, after a Senate hearing where Fauci repeatedly used his right to remain silent. Uthmeier took to social media blasting his lack of answers.
I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights.
All right, so that's basically, let me just see if there's anything with Uthmeier in here. Let me just see if he speaks here.
Scrub. Oh.
Explains that because of how the Fifth Amendment works, Fauci couldn't selectively answer questions. Doing so would risk perjury or potential state-level prosecutions not covered by his federal pardon.
For the witness, you have to invoke the Fifth Amendment from the beginning.
Okay, this is a UCF political science guy.
The committee, certainly the Republican members, were well prepared to ask a lot of questions.
Very interesting. Yay, Florida. I love Florida, Shady Grove.
I'm really liking the idea of some state prosecutions of Dr. Fauci to prove some, because, it's not just Dr. Fauci that we're worried about, Jeff. We have this whole other thing is going. See, Dr. Fauci brought on this whole other layer of TDS. So we need all these people out there that have the Dr. Fauci infected TDS to watch and see how it is that the silent majority of the country really feels. Because the silent majority of this country are close to the same percentage on Dr. Fauci as we are on voter ID. It's not a 50-50 issue. Trust me.
What's funny is one of my deltas, because there's 3 years of deltas today of Q posts that I did in real time. Mm-hmm. And one of them is the silent majority, Shady.
Oh, really? One of the silent majority posts hits today's delta?
Let's see. This is post from 2019.
I'm reading from a script here.
Let's see. This is 2020. Look at it.
Look at it. It's even a meme.
Yeah.
Well, that means Shady's on point, dude. That's all that could possibly mean.
Mm-hmm. California.
Yeah.
What
is it? Knows how to not see.
Yeah. Apparently.
That was a good one.
So I wanted to also just... He pleads the fifth 111 times, guys. I mean, what an idiot. Let's go to Senator Moreno after he was walking out. He was asked the question, why did Dr. Fauci plead the fifth?
Great question.
Senator Moreno, why do you suspect Fauci's pleading the fifth after testifying 200 plus times before?
Because he's a piece of shit.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
wow.
He is. You're right. He is, Shady.
That was almost our show title.
I know.
According to Grok.
According to Grok, he wanted to name it. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But it's true. I mean, Moreno did a kick-ass job yesterday on interviewing Fauci, as did many others. It's amazing, guys. This is the conversation. So, everybody's like, nothing's going to happen. That's fine. Think what you want. However, it looks like things might be shaping up to happen. Okay, but we've got a couple of things. We've got a preemptive pardon. Okay, I don't think that's been done very often. Okay, you're preemptive from anything that might become a crime. Usually, a pardon actually pardons you for a specific wrongdoing, Shady,
that you've already been convicted of, or prosecuted for, or you were wrongly prosecuted for, or there's some sort of something that someone's interested in that particular case. Yeah, well, see, Jeff, it's interesting because you were saying, oh, all the Republicans did good. Well, how did the Democrats do yesterday? Did they do good? Talking to Dr. Fauci? Because, what I saw yesterday was I saw the people, because there's these people out there and they keep saying this thing like no king, no kings, no kings, no kings. But whenever they get in front of the king, they don't question the king. They don't put their personal interests first in confronting the king. They adore him. They lay flowers at his feet. They smile and cheer and wish that people would leave their king alone 24/7 with these people. This is the point that I'm making. The people that are out there that want to be led, they want to be led because they want to wear the mask because they have no freaking clue where they're going or what they're doing. That's the reason people want to be led. People want to be led because they can't make decisions. People want to be led because they have lots and lots of anxiety and they can't decide anything. People that want to lead aren't the same. People that want to lead want to have a family. They want to have children. They want to set a good example. They want to show the world what it means to be a good man. That's what people do that want to lead. So what you see there is you see the king's court in full view. The people that want to lead will challenge authority. The people that want to be led will beg and plead for more of it. And you saw that clear as day yesterday. You can decide for yourself which side is tyrants and which side are the freedom-loving patriots.
Yeah, I want to show you this, Shady Groove. This is a post from 7/30/2019. Q, thanks, Baker. Look at this, Shady. Q posted this right here. Thanks, Baker. Miss POTUS linking a QAnon at voter ID, please, would say that might be notable directly to page, not a specific tweet. Okay. And it's we should immediately pass voter ID at voter ID, please, to ensure the safety of sanctuary of our voting systems. Also, paper ballots is back up, the old-fashioned but true. Thank you. And today, guess what this is called today, Shady Groove? It's called the Save America Act.
Isn't that something?
This is called the Save America Act. Hat tip to C. Page out there who saw this and said, this is now called the Save America Act. Right there. Look at that. It's now the Save America Act. Wow.
Future proves past.
Big time.
It's like it's just really awesome. Like we have been given such clear insight into what it is that is good and right and what it is that Donald Trump is going to do for us. And all we really have to do is pay attention. I mean, literally, if you decide to let go for 10 seconds and start paying attention to something else, you're off in some sort of rabbit hole in 3 seconds. It's crazy to watch what happens. Pay attention to what's going on every day, and you're staying on the same page. And then there's not a lot of fooling that can happen.
Hey, I want to, somebody just came in here and it's Liberated Podcast. Liberated Podcast is an up-and-coming young influencer or a dude that has a show, a kid that has a show. I don't mean to call you. You're an amazing guy, and I'm getting chills right now. I saw Anita McGroin post you out. I checked you out. I like you. Keep up God's work, my friend. You are doing a great job because we need more voices that are in your age bracket. Here we are. I'm Gen X, right? And, we got, boomers here, Gen X. We do have some millennials, but we need more of the Gen Zs out there. And thank you for being brave and putting your voice out there. Liberated Podcast. God bless you.
100%. Every single voice matters. And that's the great thing about America is that each of our voice matters the same, and using it is what matters more than having it.
Yeah. If you click his link, you can go follow him. Penelope, if you click his link, let's just go to it real quick because I liked what this guy had to say, Shady Groove, and here it is right here. He's got 2.21K followers. Let's map that out. This is the Liberated Podcast. He has a show tonight at 6:30 p.m. Maybe go check him out if you want. He's just started his podcast and he's doing a great job. We need more of you. congrats.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. And somebody get him a red castle, please. He's naked. All right. I love you guys. All right. So back to this. So we got all of this stuff happening. We've got, a possible avenue to get Fauci from the state level. Florida is leading the charge right now. I don't know if there's any other states. Guys, check it out. Let me know. You've been listening to him over a year now, Casey. Okay. I just see him over here on Rumble with only a few shows. So Casey loves this kid. Been listening to him for over a year now. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So the states need to step up. Okay, guys. We are the majority. We are. We knew all these psychological operations that came out with Donald J. Trump. Do you realize if he didn't do this Operation Warp Speed, we'd probably be locked down today?
There'd be no economy.
There would be no economy. It'd be done. He had to do something to counter Fauci's maniacal madman. Shut down the schools, shut down the businesses, shut down this, shut down the country, shut it. Don't even go on the beach where you can get vitamin D. I mean, you guys don't
go to the strip club.
Yeah. And the weed shop. What is it?
And the weed shop. And Walmart, by the way, Walmart was open. You could go to Walmart. It's very interesting because that is, I wish that was like some sort of weird joke, but it is the truth. The only thing in America that was open was Walmart, the weed shop, and the strip clubs. Everything, the liquor store. The liquor store was open too. Like that, everything else was closed. Your church was closed. They literally convinced us to close our churches, guys. People, they were trying to, do you remember? They were trying to stop people from meeting in church on Sunday outside.
Because that's why we had a successful revolution in the first time, where we met in churches, we met in bars, we met in restaurants, and we discussed what was going on. They did not want us talking so we could say, no, we don't want the damn mask.
Or no, we don't want any of this.
Any of it.
Because we played that clip yesterday. That clip that you played yesterday, I think is going to be, in the long run, one of the most educational clips you could have played from the whole damn pandemic, with the gentleman standing there on his porch and they're in the poor part of town trying to get their little hit pieces. And that guy schools 10 people to the point where they do what all of these liberals do whenever you argue with them. You make your point and they don't have a counterpoint. They have nothing to say. They just run off like little rats, because that's what they are. They're rats.
Yeah. Oh, Dan Scavino posted about rats today.
I was like tying that together there.
Very interesting. So Fauci took the fifth 111 times today. Rand Paul confirmed the meeting votes next week on holding him in contempt. The key point was Fauci has a full Biden pardon. Can you even plead the fifth when you've already been immunized? The courts will decide. Also, from the diary, Fauci had NIH staff working to get him cash awards. Senator Paul called it illegal. Accountability is coming. Let's check it out.
Senator Paul, can you give us an overview of what happened at the hearing today?
What's your top line?
The top line is that there was a scientific consensus at the CIA that the virus came out of the lab, that there was a lab leak. Anthony Fauci intervened in 2021, and at his behest, it seems like the CIA changed their conclusion. Internally, their scientists were concluding that it came from the lab. After Anthony Fauci came in, he influenced their higher-ups to overturn the idea that it came from the lab. I think that's a pretty serious breach of protocol, and shows that there was a conflict of interest from early on.
Chairman Paul, where does this go from here? Obviously, the testimony that we heard about the extent of the cover-up within the CIA and Dr. Anthony Fauci's role in all of this, what is your next move?
We're continuing to interview people. We're continuing to look at documents. There's more news to come. We're going to have something next week that also has to do with these conflicts of interest.
Is there anything that can be done regarding Anthony Fauci, given the fact that the DOJ has now not, pursued that 5-year statute of limitations?
The 5-year statute of limitations would also apply to a July testimony, so there are a few more months on him lying to Congress. There's also the question of, destroying records, destroying emails, encouraging others to destroy emails, which is against the law. There's also the question, conspiracy charges have been filed against David Moreno, who was a longtime lieutenant of Anthony Fauci. But there's always the overhanging question of the pardon. We've never had a pardon challenged before that I know of being successful. but we've also never had a pardon that was given for 10 years for unspecified crimes. So that really is, something that I think is and should be questioned. The other question is whether or not you can pardon somebody if the president really never was conscious of the person he was pardoning and it was done by an auto pen. So there are a lot of questions, and I've sent several criminal referrals, on Anthony Fauci, and I hope they will be pursued. At this time, I was going to introduce our whistleblower's attorney.
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you, Senator. Hi, Carol Thompson, representing Mr. Erdman. So one thing that I will say is his testimony, I think, clarified a lot of suspicions and information that was already in the public sphere about COVID origin. One thing that he did touch upon today, though, was individuals from the intelligence community who were assigned to Director Gabbard's Directors Initiative Group to investigate various issues with the intelligence agencies. There has been obstruction by those intelligence agencies, precluding those individuals from being able to conduct their investigation. So I hope that my client's testimony today encourages more whistleblowers to come forward. And thank you for.
Is your client worried about retaliation?
So unfortunately, yes, and unfortunately, that's the only comment that I have. So thank you. I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Can you say anything more about the?
Wow. Happenings, Shady Groove.
Well, now you're seeing something. You're seeing people. I think most people would think that Dr. Fauci, the people on the left, were thinking that Dr. Fauci is going to show up and punch these guys in the nose. That's what they were thinking he was going to do, because they're very confident as well. You notice when you argue with them, they're very, very confident in their stupidity. So, and that's not what Dr. Fauci did. Dr. Fauci did something else. And so also, Jeff, what I'm noticing is this effort to smear, degrade, demoralize Tulsi Gabbard. Now, what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing that this is largely due to what Tulsi Gabbard was doing, the work that she was doing at ODNI to get this information out there. Well, to get the information out there, it means you've got to personally go get it. You got to find it. And then you got to figure out what of it's relevant and how to put it together and organize it and get it put together so that you can publish it to the public. Well, that's what Tulsi Gabbard did there in the video that we showed you earlier. So all of these little naysayers and ankle biters have been attacking Tulsi Gabbard, have a little bit to be ashamed of also.
Yeah, exactly right. And what happened with Fauci, Shady Groove? He used to say that he would stand up in front of Congress and answer any question. What happened?
I think that's exactly why so many Democrats are confused today, Jeff. They want to know the same thing. They're curious, just like you. All of a sudden, what happened to my king?
Check it out.
The answer is, if there are oversight hearings, I absolutely will cooperate fully and testify before the Congress if asked. You may not know, but I've testified before the Congress a few hundred times, over the last 40 years or so. So I have no trouble testifying. We can defend and explain and stand by everything that we've said. So I have nothing to add. Under the advice of my attorneys, I will invoke my right under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution to refrain from answering your questions. Thank you.
So what happened? You can't stand with somebody, your Democrat friends, whatever, standing with this guy who had the cojones to say, I will have no problem testifying, and then he can't. Why? Wouldn't that make you, usually when people do plead the fifth, it's because they're going to self-incriminate themselves, even on the color of his tie, Shady.
Or the carpet in front of him, which isn't relevant to him whatsoever.
Wow.
It's a great moment for America. Again, what has Donald Trump been doing? He's been subtly creating unity. Not unity like, oh, rah, rah, kumbaya around a campfire, Democrats, Republicans coming together. No. Normal, middle-minded, pretty much apolitical human beings that exist in America that are realizing that they were lied to right now. Well, guess what? That makes them a little bit more supportive of what Donald Trump is doing. It makes them a little bit more kind whenever they encounter something in public towards someone that maybe thinks differently than them. The radical extremists that have painted their hair blue and tattooed themselves with Antifa tattoos, those people are not going to be dissuaded. They are communist. And this is another thing, a communist mentally is very much like a drug addict. There are a few that recover. I have seen communists find Jesus. I have. It has happened before, a number of times, actually. but it's not very common. A communist usually once becoming once becoming communist usually doesn't come back. And that is unfortunate, but it is very, very true. It's almost like being in a cult or the same thing as being addicted to heroin or,
Wait
cocaine.
a second. I thought we were in the cult.
I know because we read Q.
Oh,
you see,
we reported on something that they didn't like.
Right. And then it discovered depths of government corruption and then connected dots that other people just really don't want connected.
That's why the term "we're always wrong."
Until
No,
we're
majors and shady, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden we're right. Isn't that weird how that works?
Yeah, like yesterday, whenever Dr. Fauci didn't do what he said he'd do in 2021, which is defend his dumb crap in a court of law, he would like literally plead the fifth and cower like General Flynn does.
Kimmy Mack says, you are very bad at culting.
We are bad culters.
I mean, the truth is learned, never told. I mean, that's not a good motto for a show that is a cult, right?
No. It's
learn it yourself. I'm not going to tell you. Learn it because that's the best way to learn, guys, is to learn it yourself.
You're a bad cultivator.
I know. Shady. I love this. Look what Secretary Kennedy put out yesterday. Dear Diary, if I plead the fifth, will I still be famous? Look at that.
I didn't see that. Oh, my God.
He's got the handcuffs.
Oh, my God, dude.
He's got the beagle.
Look, he's got the dog.
Yeah. And this guy, remember, what's this guy's name? Is that Ro Khanna? Who is that?
No, it's not Ro Khanna. That's the other
guy with
dude.
the beagles. Yeah.
NIH guy.
But then there was a guy that's a senator or a congressman that did the beagles too.
Yes.
The guy that wants to impeach Trump he's the Indian guy that wants to impeach Trump, and he's got like fake hair and fake eyebrows. You know who I'm talking? The Indian guy.
I do know who you're talking about. There's no way I'm coming up with that name, but yes, I do absolutely know. I think it starts with an S, but I'll never get it. But that meme. Yeah. That meme is ridiculous, dude. But think about the dynamic of that meme. That's a cabinet.
I know, that's awesome.
Oh
I know.
He turned out to be so much better than I thought.
I love this timeline, Shady.
This is the greatest timeline. 47 in the chat. You could do 48 if you'd like, but 47 in the chat. If this is the greatest timeline ever, there's no way that you could be more excited. Like these doom and gloomers, bro, are very, very mad over there.
So yes, Dina, you got it. I found it. I just went and put dogs and beagles, and here it is. Fun fact, in 2010, Sri Thanandar faced controversy when his former drug testing company, Anakin Preclinical Services, abandoned over 100 dogs and monkeys in a Michigan facility following bankruptcy. Animals were found without proper care and leading to rescue efforts.
After a year, they were confined to crates with no opportunity to leave. Sri Thanandar got rich running tests on dogs. His research company kept over 100 dogs, testing drugs and chemicals.
God, this guy.
Never let out of their cages. When Sri's company went bankrupt, it abandoned the building, leaving the starving dogs trapped in their crates. A judge stopped it, but who could be so cruel? Tell Sri Thanandar, no more animal cruelty.
Sri.
Yet the guy got elected.
Of course he did, because he's a Democrat.
Mm-hmm. And don't the Democrats love dogs and animals? Well, I mean, they like the dogs and animals before they like their fellow humans, Shady.
You don't want me to say
That's why I don't understand it. Yeah.
You don't want me to say what I'm going to say.
What?
I can't say it.
Oh.
I can't talk about foragers eating dogs. No, thank you.
Yao Ming says, outstanding show. Thank you so much. We got Cheesehead, 5 subscriptions. G Brothers, 5 subscriptions. Man, love you guys. Thank you so much.
This is awesome.
And there are more people than just Fauci that are probably going to go down if, who is that one guy? Remember that one scientist guy that came out and, oh man.
With the folk song?
That was another one. That was the head of the NIH.
Right. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh my God.
Which one are you going after?
I don't remember his name though. Maybe somebody will know.
Yeah, you got to help me. Give me something else.
Well, I don't remember.
Huh.
So anyways, yeah, here's another one from 2025. Video of dogs being rescued from an abandoned New Jersey testing lab owned by Democrat Rep Sri Thanandar. He wants to impeach Trump. So crazy, guys. Oh, they're
he
eating
thinks Fauci's the king.
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks Fauci's a king. They all do. They're all interesting.
Saint Fauci. There was even
remember
a candle.
They had a candle? I know. It's so crazy.
It was scented.
Yeah.
He wrote about it in his diary.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
This human being typed his diary like he was. This is not a guy sitting by his bed writing about himself. This is a dude at his computer whenever like the world is burning. He's sitting there typing to himself about how great he is
on government servers.
On government servers that RFK was able to dig out. He said we had to go into 11 servers to dig it out. Like the idea that he said dig it out made me like him that much more.
I know, it's awesome. It's awesome. Wow.
We're not leaving any stone unturned. RFK Jr. and Dr. Oz are a behemoth of an establishment destruction entity, man. I mean, they are really going after all of this nonsense that has been, listen, regulations are okay. Holding companies to account is good. There's nothing wrong with these things. But what's happening in America, what's been happening is there's been an attempt to strangle corporations and businesses in a way to where they can't function here. So it encourages them to offshore their production. It's been going on for our whole adult lives. And that is the dynamic that is changing. That's the reason why you're moving into the golden age, because the dynamic of unnecessary regulations on American businesses is going away. We want common sense regulations. No, you can't dump what the hell ever your byproduct is right into the environment. There has to be a process, but those things can be tended to and done properly because if people complain, you do something about it. If there's a problem, you have a court case. That's the process, not all this nonsense with lighting your hair on fire and firebombing federal buildings.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Wow.
Federal building's not your problem.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Shady Groove, real quick. We've got a Rumble wallet. Crazy, man. Wow. What's
federal building's not your problem.
Yeah. Where's this coming from? All right, Shady Groove, real quick. We've got a Rumble wallet. Crazy, man. Wow.
Federal building's not your problem.
What is going on? Where's this coming from? All right, Shady Groove, real quick. We've got a Rumble wallet. Crazy, man. Wow.
Federal building's not your problem.
What is going on? I have everything closed. All right, Shady Groove, real quick. We've got a Rumble wallet. Oh, my God, guys.
Crazy, man. Wow.
All right. Oh, my God. So,
what are you doing?
Let me just read the commercial. Sorry about that, Rumble wallet, but here, we got the commercial. We hear a lot about crypto, and I'll tell you what happened. We hear a lot about crypto, but here's the part that most people miss. Crypto was created so you could actually own and control your own money. After the 2008 financial crisis, as an alternative to banks. So instead of a bank holding your money, delaying transfers, or limiting access, you're in control. So Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks. And if you've ever had to wait for a transfer to clear, I know you felt that problem. Now fast forward to today where everyone's heard of crypto, but getting started still feels very complicated. That's why we use Rumble Wallet. It takes all that complexity and it makes it very, very simple. Choose what you want: Bitcoin, dollar-backed stable coins, or even digital gold backed by real gold. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, and as soon as you connect with that MoonPay, you can use your credit card, your debit card, or your bank card and be up and running in minutes. And once you're set up, you can even support your favorite creators. I don't know who they might be, Shady, but you can support your favorite creators. So do this now. Scan the QR code and click the link in the description and download the Rumble Wallet. From there, you can step up your wallet and tap buy, and you're in the game. In just a few minutes, you can go from hearing about crypto to actually owning some.
Get in the game.
Wow, Shady. I did a bunch of shorts because we have to do them through Rumble Studio, right?
And you hit the wrong button and made a short.
No, I didn't hit any wrong button.
Oh.
I had to enable the sound so I could do the clips.
Ooh.
Now you gotta disable the sound. So
the volume,
the sound, yeah,
the volume,
the sound,
the loop,
the sound,
the volume.
Wow,
sound.
Mikey,
the loop.
Mikey, you see what's happening here? What is that?
Answer the question.
Stand up and speak out. Just stand up and say it, man, one time.
Sound. All right, we should just do that on loop on the whole show. You guys,
I think we could. I think that would make an excellent
So we do it live, guys. We do it live. Shady, did you hear the brand new news that the Kamala Harris campaign is using Rex Jones and Alex Jones?
They have a new campaign manager for Kamala Harris as a spokesperson.
Yeah. So Kamala Harris's campaign account is quoting and posting Alex and his son Gorbachev with the what?
Love that you're calling him.
This guy is my daughter's age. Okay, I don't need to listen to this guy. All right, how people don't see this as a leftist op and a bunch of right wingers are complicit because they sold their souls is beyond me. This is the HQ, the headquarters, HQ now, which is Kamala Harris's campaign account, Shady. My goodness.
So you're telling me that
have known about these guys for a long time.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that the Kamala Harris campaign is now agreeing with InfoWars that Trump bad?
Yeah.
Wow. Now you want to talk about it, the best timeline ever. There's no way you could have sat here a half a decade ago and said, oh yeah, in the near future, Kamala Harris is going to be campaigning using Alex Jones InfoWars propaganda. That happened today. Future proves past whenever Q said Alex Jones was a commie and fighting against America. Well, that has been proven today, and he drug his poor little son into it.
Yeah. And not only President Trump, who called all of them out, remember that, Shady, but Q posted about this, how 2018, 2019, guys?
Before we met, Q was posting about this.
Yeah. Democrat didn't get enough word salads in 2024, so now they need Rex Jones and Alex Jones. Eat your neighbor.
And it's not, as well as the whole crew reposting, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, the Iranian propaganda stuff, the Lego videos about killing members of Trump's family and different things. This is an all-out war right now, and these people think that they are controlling. They have the same ego as the mainstream media. They're walking around with that same type of ego, like nobody could do anything to us and we can continue to be funded by foreign entities, because the reason that they've pivoted, like Tucker and all these people and Massey have all pivoted to being funded by foreign entities, is because no American's giving them any money.
Yeah.
That's why Tucker had to go promote his show in Russia. That's why Candace had to go to Russia and promote her show there, because they're selling their content to foreign countries, guys, and it's making it look like lots of people love their stuff, but in all reality here their narratives are dying more and more every day, especially as we get closer to the Tyler Robinson thing actually being
affiliate A, affiliate B, affiliate C.
They're all working to the same beat now, and that's exactly what we wanted. That's what Q explained was going to happen, is that one day they would all be on the same page. We're pretty close to that.
But Jeff and Shady bad.
But Jeff and Shady definitely bad. Block.
Yeah, block me
censor
off.
Censor block.
You agree with Hillary Clinton, okay? You're agree with all these commies, and you know what? Block me all you want, because we didn't need you. We still won, Shady Group. We still broke through, didn't we?
You have the best conversation with a commie is as he's falling out of the helicopter. Wait a minute. What did I say?
I don't know.
Don't say that out loud.
I don't know.
What kind of comment was that, Shady? Jiminy Christmas.
I have no idea. Wow, Shady. So we got that happened. We got Jay Clayton, the 9th director. Remember, so this is also a Q proof, just for you guys to understand. Temporaries can be dangerous, okay? Temporary positions can be dangerous. Why do you think DNA Pulte was dangerous, Shady? Because he's a temporary DNI. He was a temp DNI until Jay Clayton got confirmed. Why is Jay Clayton, DNI Pulte, why was he so dangerous? How many waves did he do of layoffs, Shady?
Multiple.
5.
Is it 5? I was going to say 4, but it's 5. Yeah. Good. Well, he's overachieving.
Over 30%. So getting rid of loyalists, guys. That's what Pulte was doing, so Clayton can go in there and just run the business. Do you understand? This is not just some happenstance thing. This is a plan that Donald Trump has used many times over. Okay, you have a bad person you want to get out of there. Hire a temp to get rid of the loyalists and all the bad people surrounding it. It's very simple. It's a genius plan, Shady.
It actually worked really good for him to be able to navigate the first administration. I mean, like look at the way that he was able to do that. That's part of the reason that drop gave us the insight, because it really looked chaotic from the outside. Whenever you're seeing like all these people, this person does this and this person says that and that, and then it's like, oh, Donald Trump's over here by himself. And then all of a sudden Q started to post and everybody started orienting themselves to understand that, wait a minute, all these people seem to, they seem to catch the TDS. They come in and pretend like they're your good buddy, get information, then they get infected with the TDS and run out and scream to the media and tell the media how horrible you are. That's a nice little game that they play.
Yeah, they want to be your friend, and then they kick it up with you, Shady Groove, and then they turn on us. How many times have we had that happen to us exactly?
This notebook is completely full of it. That's about how many times.
You're full of it.
Yeah, well, it's a long day for you after the show, buddy.
There's a lot more to you than you realize to this, guys. Think the collective attacks versus Q. Just in, Alex Jones calls for President Trump to be impeached, guys.
So now he agrees with Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and Chuck Schumer. Boy, oh boy, Hakeem Jeffries and Alex Jones are going to make one heck of a team.
Hillary Clinton.
We need a barking sea lion noise right now.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, bark.
Wow. Somebody says the Flintard network is scrambling. It's near the end. Yeah, because, that one post, and it's back now, Shady Groove, 1366, Shady Groove, the post about, people becoming patriots, and then you watch the video, this cleared my head about it. It's there now. You can see that Alex Jones had Roger Stone and General Flynn as his inside source. It's all in Q post 1366, Shady.
It absolutely is. And isn't it interesting how the drops oriented themselves? Because, a number of times the drops aren't just for anons, quote unquote. The drops are to piss off the right people. And the right people to make upset are those people, Flynn, Jones, Stone. And then you paint General Flynn. Like Flynn was trying to to some degree, create his own mesmerizing self-portrait. And then Q came in and forced him to turbocharge it and become the narcissist that he is, so that the fall would be beautiful.
Yeah. It's very, very, very interesting how we were all messed up on that too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty wild. But we figured it out, guys, with you, and we wouldn't be here without you, Shady. Wow.
That's exactly true. Well, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here without. I'm telling you, without the truth, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Without being able to discern and understand and recognize, not going to get it right 100% of the time, but making a really concerted effort to get to the truth. And I feel like that's what has given us the credibility to still be here.
So Lincoln Logger just said, and Roger Stone is now bashing Alex Jones in an attempt to gain loyalty as a Trump loyalist. Of course, they don't care. I think was that on the Q Lounge Live, how they do this fake fight? Because you know what a fake fight was? We lived it. I was on the phone with Joe Flynn saying, ignore Lynn Wood. What does he do? He goes right up and he's starts this whole psyop against you guys. They were in on it together, okay? Yep. And this is now, Roger Stone is going against Alex Jones. That's an op. It's an op. These are intel agents.
Just like I can show you the picture with Laura Loomer in the middle and Roger Stone on one side and General Flynn on the other, all holding their hands up like that. Why? Because they're on the same team. Now you got Laura Loomer over there in Russia pretending like she's fighting with Tucker Carlson and pretending like all of these people are against her, and then people are fighting with Loomer. What they want is a fight. Roger Stone wants chaos, and he's going to stop at nothing to get it. Roger Stone thinks that his goose is cooked if we win the midterms. Trust me on that. That is where he's at. Look at what he posts in regards to anything, and now see what he's trying to do to say that the guy that I raised from the dead in 1995, Alex Jones, is somehow against me. Alex Jones is doing exactly what Roger Stone told him to do.
Controlled opposition. Well said. Yeah,
it's easy to see whenever you take the blinders off.
It's hard to once you write your mind, you can't unsee this. I can't watch anybody else, Shady Groove. It's hard to watch anybody else
because they all make assumptions that are the wrong thing.
That's right.
They say things whenever they talk that aren't the right thing because they don't have the right information, and so it frustrates you. So you can't pay attention to it.
InfoWars is
dead.
Yeah. I think that might be our song coming in from the hour number 2. Then we're going to talk about Donald J. Trump yesterday with the new airport, Shady Grove. Wow.
Yes.
And the questions where he says, I'm going to bomb the effing S out of him, Shady Grove. And it looks like that happened last night. 1:30 p.m. POTUS possibly as well. We will be on the lookout for that. You know, he's always fashionably early, right, Shady? President Trump is always early.
Democrats complain about everything nice.
So, yes, he's always late. So we'll see. We'll bring that live, though, if it comes live. And we'll be right back after these beautiful, boom-alicious messages.
Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20%, and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble, and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, it's Jeffrey Peterson and Shannon Townsend with the MG Show. We are under relentless attack by the mainstream media. They've got our PayPal, our Patreon, our YouTube, our everything, you name it. We are under attack. We need your help.
Our request is for you to get involved and support independent patriot journalism here in this critical battle that we are in for America. Please jump on over and support us right here on Give, Send, Go.
MyPillow's second annual mega sale is finally here. Get our patented premium MyPillows that adjust to your exact individual needs to give you the best sleep of your life.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
Now for the lowest price ever. Kings, $19.98. Queens, only $18.98. And Giza Dream bed sheets, the best sheets in history, for as low as $29.98. Lux Pure 6-piece towel sets, towels that actually dry you, what a concept, now only $39.98. And our made in the USA mattresses and mattress toppers as low as $99.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our second annual mega sale. But that's not all. Order right now and we'll ship your order absolutely free.
The MG Show, where psyops go to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's true. You heard correctly. This summer, the Q Lounge Live returns to the airwaves every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Hello, I'm your host, Shannon Townsend, a.k.a. Shady Groove. We've got a lot to talk about. We're going to be taking your calls. We are going to be following your wonderful president. We are going to be standing in the gap. We are going to go places where the conspiracy theorists tell you that you're not allowed to go. We are going to to uncover the truth and follow along as Donald Trump has his way with all of these people that he stood up a long time ago and told us that he was going to. Well, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening every single day, and we're going to keep you updated with a weekly show. Get ready, get your friends, show up. That's right, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. Join me there, right here on the MG Show channel on Rumble. God bless you and God bless America.
Smash that like for the MG Show. Subscribe now. Ring that bell. Let's go. Smash that like for the MG Show. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. In a world of shadows. In a world of shadows where the lies take hold, in the matrix and shady groove, sharp and true. With the MG Show, they cut through the haze. Truth is their weapon in this golden age.
InfoWars is dead, but the fight ain't over yet. Smoke clearing, logo switching.
Welcome to the real alternative. They try to bury the truth in the $1 billion grave. Sandy Hook judges liquidate and slave. Alex went down swinging, but the message don't die. Now the matrix is cracking and the people ask why. Trump called him out cold on Truth Social Blast. Low IQ nut jobs fighting them in the past. From the ashes of Boston, new voices ignite. Jeffrey and Shannon holding the line. No sponsors pulling strings, no globalist chains. Just raw, uncut truth running through your veins. MG Show, hey, the alternative. InfoWars gone, but we still live. Truth bombs dropping, red pills flying high. Wake up, America, this is your battle cry. MG Show, hey, turn it up loud. From the heartland to the crowd. They can't cancel the message, can't kill the fight. We the people, we the light. Hey. Border invasion, deep state games, old guard flipped on Trump when the pressure came. Were they MAGA all along or infiltrators in disguise? Talking 25th Amendment, pushing Iran lies. Trump's back in the game, steering America first. Jeffrey and Shannon breaking it down till the job is done. No more filters, no more controlled op lies. We expose the pedals in their suits and ties. That's going crazy. The real normies away. Type MG in the comments, feel your InfoWars is dead, but freedom's just getting started. Smoke rising, new era, new guard. The matrix is glitching, we hit 'em hard. Trump called the flip, expose the game. Infiltrators scatter when they hear his name. MG Show, hey, the alternative. InfoWars gone, but we still live. Truth bombs dropping, red pills flying high. Wake up, America, this is your battle cry. MG Show, hey, turn it up loud. From the heartland to the crowd. They can't cancel the message, can't kill the fight. We the people, we the light. InfoWars is dead. Long live the MG Show. Jeffrey and Shannon side by side. Real MAGA warriors, no place to hide. Drop the link, share the stream. This is the alternative. Let's go. I love that song. I don't know about you guys. It's one of my favorites as well. Thank you guys so much for joining us back here in hour number 2, Shady Groove.
Wow, boy, oh boy, is that really the truth or what? Are you tired of the nonsense? Are you tired of the noise? Are you tired of all of the people that keep saying all these different things that aren't true? Now they're lying about your president. Now they're lying about Donald Trump. Now they're literally going into their cupboard and breaking out some of the most outrageous nonsense you've ever seen before as Donald Trump cleans up every city in America, as he takes care of the boogeyman in the Middle East, as he straightens out law enforcement, as he closes the border, as he brings in $20 trillion in investment, as he's organizing the World Cup, doing all of these amazing things for the American people, that invited all these beautiful people as guests into our home so they could see our actual country for once in their lifetimes and realize that we weren't what people were painting us as. Well, thanks to Donald Trump, that happened. But no. Alex Jones says Donald Trump is a neocon. Alex Jones says that Donald Trump has brain issues. Well, guess what? The person that has brain issues is the guy that's saying that Donald Trump has brain issues, okay? That's the person with brain issues. And I don't care what kind of personality it's spouting, whether it's Bruce Springsteen spouting it, Rosie O'Donnell spouting it, Kamala Harris spouting it, or Alex Jones spouting it, or Tucker Carlson. It's all the exact same TDS garbage.
Yeah, they agree with Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
Maybe Rosie will have Alex Jones on while she's sitting in for Kimmel.
Yeah. At singing a Wizard of Oz song about Donald J. Trump. And did you see that, Shady?
I did not. I didn't, but I did hear someone mention it. But I was too involved in having a life to go look for where that was.
I'm not going to play it because you're not going to be able to get that time back. Okay.
I appreciate that. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much for that. Let's save us all some heartache.
So with that, let's get into Donald J. Trump with the DC airport. Shady Groove, check it out.
All right.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is very exciting to me as a builder, somebody that builds lots of big, nice projects before I got here. And we're doing some of the best in the world right now. This is all about the Dulles Airport remodeling. It's considered one of the worst airports anywhere in the world. We're going to make it maybe the best with some hard work and some good thought process. But thank you for being here as we unveil exciting plans for a major and long overdue renovation and reconstruction of Washington's really horribly thought of Dulles International Airport. I want to thank Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy. He's fantastic. He's doing a great job, including having to do with the safety of airlines and getting in with the control towers and all new equipment that we'll be ordering in the not too distant future. So that we'll go from, again, one of the worst countries in the world for that, and we'll end up being one of the best countries in the world. That's automation, having to do with landings, takeoffs, and safety. But for his leadership at this important project, and that's the Dulles project, thanks as well to the CEO of United Airlines, Scott Kirby. Thank you, Scott. CEO of the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, Jack Potter. Thank you, Jack. And, we've developed a great relationship with them. We're going to make this something special. As well as a member of the Airports Authority Board of Directors, Trent Morse. Thank you, Trent. Thank you very much. Dulles Airport is the primary international gateway to our nation's capital, which is now one of the safest cities in the country. It's one of the hottest cities in the country. We are the hottest country in the world. But our nation's...
And it's almost August, sir.
Tremendous improvements in the last year and a half since we got here. Crime is down by 84%. We've removed almost 8,000 career-hardened criminals. And amazing statistic, 2% of the people cause 91% of the crime. And we can handle that really easily. So they've done, I just want to thank our great National Guard and the Metropolitan Police and others that worked with us. But the job in Washington, everyone's talking about. I can also say, if you look at Memphis, Tennessee, where crime was rampant, and it's down now 71%, and it'll go down still further. And Louisiana, New Orleans, the governor called, he said, we need help. And we gave him help, and the crime is down 72%. And they just finished Mardi Gras, and they said it was the safest Mardi Gras on record. So we have a modernization of Dulles that's sorely needed. Last year's J.D. Power ranked Dulles 23 out of 27. That's a very bad ranking. Large airports nationwide, so it ranks at the bottom of the list, just about the bottom of the list. After an extensive review of more than 30 proposals, with the top architects anywhere in the world, and I was involved with Sean and with a lot of other people, actually, but Scott was very much involved, I can tell you. But we are announcing plans to add more than 5 million square feet of new or renovated space. We'll replace the current C and D concourses, which are basic disasters, all the while preserving the iconic original terminal. That is one of the great architects of the world did the original terminal, and it was very, very important that it be left. That's one of the reasons. It was both an asset and a liability. The liability is that nobody wanted to build anything near it, and people had to walk crazy distances, and it's no good, not acceptable. So we've addressed it all, and we have a plan that's going to be phenomenal. But we're going to replace the C and D concourses and preserve the iconic original terminal that first made
C before D? What? Stop it.
the airport an architectural landmark. So it's going to be something you can sort of see a little example of it right here. That's your front. On the other side of the street, we're building a massive 9-story, 8-story, 10-story. We're not sure yet, but we're building a parking garage that will be right next to the terminal. You'll walk right across the street, and you'll have a glass bridge, a number of glass bridges that will go right into the terminal. Right now, you have to walk so far. You have to walk blocks and blocks to get to the terminal. And we have an empty site right directly across the street that nobody wanted to tinker with, which was crazy. So we're going to have a magnificent garage. What would you say, Sean? How many cars?
32,000 parking spaces.
32,000. It'll be actually the largest garage in the world. 32,000 is big, mostly above ground. We don't like down. People don't like going down underneath. Mostly above ground. It'll be beautiful. But a central walking tunnel and a new air train connections will provide travelers with easy options. Really, it's an impossible airport. You get off a bus, you go into a train, you get from a train, you get onto another bus. It's a worse airport. This plan also includes expanded options for parking, modern check-in areas, more efficient security screenings, hotels, etc., etc. We have a beautiful hotel right on the property, but further away so that we can give the good location, frankly, the best location, to parking. So people literally will be able to park their car and walk 15 yards and they'll be in the terminal. In addition, many of the new restaurants and shops will be added, including plans for one of the largest United Polaris lounges anywhere in the world, and it'll be a beautiful level of luxury. This transformation is another step in our ongoing efforts to make Washington, D.C. safe and beautiful again. The safety aspects, both in terms of the airlines and in terms of crime, are unparalleled for what we're doing. For years, the United States has watched other major cities around the globe welcome travelers with grand and modern airports, yet the last major airport built in the United States was Denver in 1995, and it hasn't gotten very great reviews. That's more than 30 years ago, so we're doing something with Dulles that's going to make it, I think, the top, maybe the top anywhere in the world. And by the way, Palm Beach is going to be one of the top, too. Palm Beach is going to be incredible what the plans are. The people, Joe, and all the people working in Palm Beach that have done such an incredible job. That's going to be an unbelievable airport very shortly. So it's time to ensure that the United States has the greatest airports anywhere in the world, and we're starting right here with the capital city. And you can see just before Sean goes up, if you take a look, this is only showing the terminal in one rung, but you have numerous of them. You have here, 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 and you have a spine.
I love that he has a laser pointer. Shady.
You have a spine coming right through the building into these massive ports. Now
you can just see all the media going.
Because we drop down and our walkway is underneath.
They think there's snipers outside, Jeff.
Systems, walking systems that go very quickly, or you can walk because it's very close. But this is it. So you enter here. You have a parking garage, which will be built right here. This whole thing is parking garage. Probably 32,000 cars. That'll be a world record. And very convenient, and then you'll have glass tunnels that go into the airport right from here. So you'll be 1 story above. This road stays, beautified and stays. We keep this is your landmark. This is all new. This is your first tunnel, and then you drop down from there on. And so that when you have the planes, we'll be able to go right across without having to go back make turns or anything else. It's going to be amazing. It'll be one of the largest airports anywhere in the world, and I think it'll be actually one of the most efficient and the best. So I'd like to ask Secretary Duffy to say a few words, and then Jack Potter, and I'd like to welcome a very great gentleman to our midst, Jensen Wong, who's here someplace, and he's, if we can do with an airport like he does with chips, it'll be the greatest airport anywhere in the world. He looks at this problem as being a very simple, problem to solve because his chips are a little bit more complicated. But it's important that he's able to travel nicely along with everybody else. And right now, this is not a very good airport. We're going to make it a great airport. Sean, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, to your point, the President has worked incredibly hard to make D.C. safe and beautiful. I think this is the cherry on the top, Mr. President. This is the gateway to the world from our nation's capital. And any of you who've traveled through Dulles, it is dark, it is dated, a little dank maybe. It's not a great airport. And so we had multiple architects come in and present to the President. And we are blessed that not only does he give his time to really important matters, but he gave his building skill to take the best of all the designs and come up with this concept. So just if I could quickly point out, we keep the Shannon building, so that's going to be the foyer, a whole new head house. We are going to get rid of the people movers, Mr. President. So if you don't know what these are like elevated buses. It's kind of like, it looks like it's from Star Wars, if you will. And they're slow and people are angry about them. We are going to get rid of those. We are going to have a horseshoe train system throughout the airport. And as you mentioned, right down the spine of the airport is going to be a walkway. So easy access to all of your gates, fast movement. And what I like the President, he was like, listen, we have to have great parking. So when you pull up to the airport, you have easy access to the concourses, to the terminal. And so I think this is one of the best designs, Mr. President, probably because you actually did it, that you'll see in the country as a whole. We've had this is bipartisan, Mr. President. A lot of people, whether you're Republican or Democrat, you hate the way Dulles operates. So everyone's come together and we're building for America and building for the future. And it's your vision that made this happen. So thank you for doing this. And it's going to be, I think, it's going to be the premier airport in our country when you're done with it.
Well, thus far, what John said about...
I have to call it the Trump airport, Jeff. There'll be two of them.
I don't know if that's because it's the right thing to do.
Love it.
But it's also that whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you don't want to go and be subjected to this airport because this airport is it's a terrible place to be, and it's going to be
worse than terrible.
I believe it's going to go. It'll be rated within a few years. It'll be rated the best airport.
So this is a nonpartisan issue. We live in this country. This country had a lot of fraud, giving it to other countries so they could ruin this country. Now you have President Trump and his administration actually rebuilding this beautiful country that we all call home, Shady. I don't know how anybody could be against this at all. We've got the beautification of Washington, D.C., all of those, fountains, all of the statues are clean. This is how I want my country. This is how I take care of my own property. I make sure it's clean so I don't get a letter from them. But you know what I'm saying? Like we love, it's time to make America great again. And this is how you do it.
We have to represent on the outside what it is that we claim to be on the inside.
Yeah.
Right? Because we say America is the best country. We say America has the people have the most freedoms. We say America is a shining light on the hill. And then when you get to Dulles Airport, you're stepping in poo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not one-to-one. There's something wrong with that. Donald Trump sees that there's something wrong with that. And it's not just Dulles Airport, by the way. It's every single airport in this country has been neglected and pushed aside whenever the way that he's framed that right there, that it is it's the welcoming mat that we're putting out for anyone that wants to come here. Why do we want their first impression to be that we are what it is the globalists paint us as? Isn't that interesting? That their first impression of America is that we are the terrible human beings. We can't even get a decent airport right at the moment that they land.
My first impression of Detroit was bed bugs or chiggers, Shady Grove. Remember that?
Yes, you had to. I had to pick them off of you when you got to your destination.
Oh my God! I had to spend the night at Detroit Airport
On the floor.
On the floor, and I got a rash.
He really did.
My goodness.
We had to use cream.
All right, back to President Trump.
No country. So it's going to be so efficient. Right now, it's totally inefficient. Between the trams and the Star Wars thing that they call it, the Star Wars, and elevated buses, and nobody knows what's going on. It's a real mess. And as you know, United is subjected to it. It doesn't help United very much. He's been very much involved with what we've done, and other airlines too. And I have to say that we've had over 30 architects and 30 different designs, and we did a little cherry picking, and we spoke to a lot of people about it, and we've come up with a plan that's efficient and really beautiful, and I think it's going to give you one of the most beautiful, keeping the Shannon. So Shannon was one of the great architects of the world, and when he built this 30 years ago, I guess, or about that, this was considered one of the eighth wonder of the world. This was considered the greatest terminal anywhere in the country, and it needs some work, it needs some fix up, but it'll be architecturally amazing. The rounded glass and the whole thing, massive sheets of glass. Cost was no object, unfortunately or fortunately, and we're going to be using that, and it's going to be fixed. We're using it again as the primary entrance, and almost that's about it, because essentially this is a brand new airport, and yet we're going to be able to work it well enough that it'll work at least as efficiently as it works right now. And in the end, you're going to end up with, I think, maybe the best airport and one of the biggest airports anywhere in the world. And it's going to be a great thing for Washington, D.C. So could I ask Jack to say a few words, please?
Yes.
Jack?
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for your inspiration here and challenge. You challenged all of us to step into the issues that you just described. We're very proud of the process that we've gone through. We're very happy that United Airlines, the Airports Authority, and the other airlines have agreed to step up and fund this thing. So this is not requiring federal dollars. This is going to be airport-generated dollars, airline contributions, which is phenomenal. It means that we're off to a fast start here. We're engaging with the Shannon family to make sure that they stay intimately involved with this. All the aspects that were just described, I think, will make this a world-class airport. And you challenged us to do this. We're building off of growth, though. I have to tell you, our airport was the fastest growing airport in 24 and 25 of any large airport in the country. So we're going to continue to build on the momentum that we have, and we're excited about taking on this challenge, and it will be a challenge to construct this. And our goal is to construct it and make sure that the traveling public there'll be minimal impact to them as they transit through our airport. So again, Mr. President, thank you for your inspiration, and we look forward to you to continue to participate in this in the coming years, because we're going to bring designs to you and other things. So we very much look forward to working with you.
Thank you very much. Great job, Tim. Scott, would you like to say something?
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Secretary and Jack and everyone. We're really, at United, we're really excited to have this project get off the ground. The terminal that's out there today was built 45 years ago and was meant to be temporary. And so I've spent my whole career at United Airlines waiting for this day, and all the people of United Airlines have spent even longer waiting for the day that we could have really the best airport in the world. And this design is one that works great for the airline. The President talked about how it works great for on the outside for the airline, but it's going to be a beautiful airport inside for customers. And it's something that all of us at United, but really all Americans, will be able to be proud of, having an airport when people come into the capital that really represents what the United States of America stands for. So I'm proud of it as a CEO of United, but proud of it as an American as well. That's right.
It's going to be a great one. Thank you. And thank you for your help. And Trent, would you like to say something?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President, for your leadership on this. On behalf of the MWA board, this is something that everyone's tried to do for decades, and no one's been able to get it done. And without the President's leadership on it, we'd be back in square one. So thank you for your leadership on this project. Thank you to United and the Department of Transportation for moving this along as quickly as possible.
One of the things that is interesting, they were going to build this over a 60-year period. They were going to start with a little section here, a little section there, and that wouldn't have worked. It wasn't a design like this, but it wouldn't have worked. So we're doing it all at one time. It'll all be completed, and it'll be beautiful, and it'll be something very special would like to say something.
Thank you, Mr. President. I really want to thank the Airport Authority and United Airlines for your partnership, the board of the Airport Authority. Your partnership is critical to make this happen. I know you had a plan to improve the airport, but as the President said, it was a long-term plan. We thought it was too modest, too slow, too modest. And with
60 years isn't too long.
Decades. But with the President's attention and focus on this, it's accelerated, it's expanded, and we're actually going to realize the vision, and a much greater vision now. So it's a very exciting day for Washington, for the whole nation.
Well, these people have all been fantastic, and they want to see it get done and get done properly, and it should be done as one airport, not being built in chunks, which would have been, frankly, a catastrophe, I think. So, thank you very much. You have any questions?
Thank you, Mr. President. Very quickly on this issue, did you just say 2 years? It would take 2 years to finish this?
We think we can get it started fairly quickly. It's largely financed. And, we need some approvals from Congress probably, but generally speaking, it's been very bipartisan.
And then on the attack, the drone attack on the LNG tanker off of Egypt, what can you tell us about that? And is there any indication it's Iran-related? Does it represent a wide?
I can give you a report. I've been briefed. It's a little more of the same, but it's going to be straightening out. It's going to be straightening out. In the meantime, we're going to be hitting them very hard because it's our turn to hit them. They know it's coming. They're asking us not to do it, but they tried shooting it last night. So we had 5 rockets shot going 8,500 miles an hour, and all 5 rockets were knocked down to the ground. But they nevertheless took a shot, so it's our turn. And we'll see if we get there with an agreement at some point, but we're going to hit them very hard.
Mr. President, first on this, is this expected to affect any incoming or outgoing flights?
No, we think we can do it without a lot of disruption, very little.
And then
it might even be better.
On Leader Thune, what's your reaction to him saying that there's no evident path to success on killing the filibuster or passing the State of America Act?
Well, that's too bad for him. I mean, that's too bad for him and too bad for the Republican Party.
Do you believe that?
He's got the votes. He should get it done. He should be able to get it done.
Mr. President, Dr. Fauci invoked the Fifth Amendment more than 100 times today.
Yes, sir.
Rand Paul said he's going to hold a vote on holding him in contempt of Congress. Do you think Dr. Fauci should face repercussions for this?
Well, I watched the whole thing today, but more importantly, I was a part of the whole Fauci. I inherited Fauci. He was here from the 1980s, so I had him for a period of time. And I disagreed with him on a lot. I would have had to close down the whole country if I listened to him. I went the Federalist way, which is basically let the governors decide. And generally speaking, the Republican governors did very well. The Democrat governors did not very well. But Fauci wanted to have nobody wearing masks, if you remember, and then everybody had to wear 5 masks, as many masks as you could get. I mean, he made a lot of mistakes. He wasn't a big factor for me. He was a very big factor for Biden. And if you remember, even though...
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud.
I can't play that because I'm going to get censored, but this is it. This is from the White House. I don't know if it's playing, but here we go. But this is This is going to be about the Freedom Haulers, guys. The Freedom Haulers are going to be for... They're going to be for military people to get truck licenses fast-tracked to help fix the driver shortages, improve highway safety.
That can help with a lot of issues.
Yeah.
What a nice song.
Live right now.
We thank Lee, right? Lee has been with us from the beginning, so it's great. And thank you all for being here as we take action to get illegal alien truck drivers off the American roadways. We're doing a very strong movement, and we have had such support for this, and replace them with proud American veterans. And it's about time.
It is about time.
I want to thank Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy, who's doing a fantastic job. Secretary of Veterans Affairs Doug Collins, likewise, really doing a good job. 92% approval. That's not bad, Doug. You'll get it up a little bit. Acting Secretary of Labor Keith Sonderling, and along with President of Werner Enterprises Nathan Meisker, Thank you very much, Nathan, and representatives from the American Trucking Association and the Owner-Operators Independent Drivers Association. They're all behind this 100%. I'm behind it 100%. We got to stop it. It's dangerous. It's horrible what's happening. Every day you see another story. We're not going to let that happen. That won't happen with our great vets. But above all, thank you to the amazing veterans with us. I mean, they've just been with us from the day they were born, I suspect. They're great patriots, and we love them. And we want to thank UPS, FedEx, and Werner for the job they've done. Thanks as well to the National Commander of AMVETS, Paul Shipley, Chief Operating Officer of the Independence Fund, Doug Ackerman, and the great patriots from the Wounded Warrior Project, American Legion, Blue Star Families, Gary Sinise Foundation, Vietnam Veterans of America, and Paralyzed Veterans of America. We thank you all, and thank you all for being with us. Very special. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, everybody. For many years, American highways and roadways have been terrorized by unqualified illegal aliens dangerously driving big rigs like that. You got to know something to drive. Wow, that sucker is a big one. That's big stuff. But they're you have to have a knowledge, you have to have a talent for it, and these people don't have that. They're driving big rigs, semi-trucks, and tractor trailers, all because radical left maniacs at the state level have issued them commercial driver's licenses, even though they're not entitled to have them. They don't speak the language for the most part. Many of these illegal aliens don't even come close. They don't want to learn the language. They don't care about the language, and they don't speak it. They don't speak English. They cannot read basic road signs. In many cases, they've engaged in reckless driving that has caused many, many preventable deaths, too many to even talk about. Last August, 3 innocent people were killed in Florida when an illegal alien from India made an unlawful U-turn, blocking all the lanes of the highway and causing a catastrophic crash. It was a disaster. Just a few weeks ago, a Pennsylvania state trooper was killed by an illegal alien from Haiti driving a semi-truck. He was let in by Joe Biden and the open border policy of the Biden administration. By the way, today we have the safest border in the history of our country. And I don't even say this usually, but for the last 14 months, because it's almost unbelievable to say, but the media will correct me if I give anything that's even slightly off. As of 14 months, in the last 14 months, 0 illegal aliens were able to come through our southern border. 0. Last year alone, illegal aliens with commercial driver's licenses caused at least 30 deaths and many, many very seriously injured. As president, I made it our official policy to enforce English language requirements for truck drivers and support American truckers on American roadways. We've already removed more than 24,000 non-English speakers from behind the wheel. We've also forced states to cancel more than 28,000 commercial driver's licenses unlawfully issued to illegal aliens. They were given illegally. As we get illegal aliens off the roads today, we're also taking action to replace these unqualified migrant truck drivers with highly qualified American veterans. Under our brand new Freedom Haulers, we call it Freedom Haulers initiative, any American who has driven a heavy truck for our military will automatically be eligible for a commercial driver's license, and it's good paying jobs too. Any veteran with a heavy vehicle experience from the military will now be eligible to skip redundant road tests to obtain a commercial driver's license. We're going to make it as easy as possible for the veterans within 2 years following their active duty service. And for the veterans where you have a situation where you have not truck drivers in the military, where you don't have truck drivers, they're going to be given a very quick pass. We're going to teach them. They're going to learn. If they didn't drive a truck in the military, but they're going to learn, and they're going to learn very quickly, and they'll be licensed in a matter of a few weeks, I think it is. They're going to take about 3 or 4 weeks of training. 34 states have joined this initiative, including Indiana, Wyoming, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, and Maryland are joining us just today. Many of the representatives and leaders from those states are with us. It's actually a very big deal. This is a big deal. We believe that all 50 states and Washington, D.C. should join us in supporting these great veterans. And frankly, some of the states didn't know about it. They heard about it today, and I think they're all going to be signing up. Data shows that truck drivers who are veterans account for 42% fewer accidents. Think of that, 42%. And that number, they say, is a very minimal number, even as they drive the double the number of miles of non-veteran drivers. So to end this, very simply, the radical left wants more jobs for illegal aliens and more migrants in 18-wheelers, and Trump administration wants safer roads and more jobs for the American veteran. Now I'd like to ask a man who's done a fantastic job on this subject and many others, Secretary Duffy, to say a few words, followed by Secretary Collins, Nathan, and a great veteran truck driver, Ricky Washington. And I'll just stand here and watch. Thank you very much. Sean, go ahead.
So thank you, Mr. President. And to underscore your point, President Biden let in millions of illegals into this country. And he thought it would be a good idea that when they come in, they get a job, and they get a job driving a commercial motor vehicle. They didn't have the training. They didn't have the skill. We didn't do background checks in the last administration, so they could have had a mile-long rap sheet of crimes or drunk driving or speeding violations, but we didn't know who they were. And we saw that when those illegals were driving these big rigs, they were killing American citizens. You're a family that was on the way to Walmart, or you're going to church on a Sunday, you could lose your life on an American road. So because of the president's initiative, he signed an executive order over a year ago. It was the common sense rules of the road. And since you signed that executive order, we all have been working overtime to make sure we take illegals off American roads and we give those jobs to great Americans, including great American veterans. So that's right. These are great paying jobs. They're anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000 plus a year. And it's important because you have men and women who drove big rigs in the military who would then get out and have to go through months-long training for their skills and their knowledge test to drive this vehicle over here. Well, if Secretary Pete Hegseth thinks that you can drive a vehicle like this, Donald Trump and Sean Duffy think that you can drive a vehicle like that. So we have illegals are out, American patriots are in this administration. We've had more people, trucking companies, call us and try to find, how do I hire more veterans? How do I bring the great men and women who serve this country, how do I bring them into my company? So you can go to freedomhaulers.dot.gov to get more information. But we are clearing the deck for you to get a great job in trucking. Mr. President, there's a lot of things that the radical left, as you mentioned, get angry about because they're radical. But safety for the American citizenry is bipartisan. This is not a political issue. This is an American issue. Let's make sure American roads are safe. Let's make sure we put great patriots who serve this country on American roads, well-trained, with great skills, and I think this is one of the great legacies of your administration. I am grateful for your leadership, putting America first, American veterans first, American roads first over the illegals who the last administration prioritized. It has been just an honor to work with you, and to me, he's a master class. To see how this president operates, to watch him and learn from him is amazing. So thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. President.
Thank you, Shannon. Mr. President, I can't think of anything else that says freedom more in our country than an open road truck and a veteran. Because you have veterans that said one thing, when they raised their right hand, they pledged what others would not do. They said, I will go and do what others will not do. And it is this country, when you told me, and I asked you that question, I said, Mr. President, what do you want me to do? He said, just take care of my veterans. So every day now, since the last year and a half, veterans at the VA are first and only in what we do. And this... So
he was a great choice.
We heard about this when we started looking at this.
Eyes on Doug Collins.
President, you're behind this and working to get veterans on the road. I can't think of anything more American. I can't think of anything that puts us first. Instead of the illegals who want to come take jobs, let's put veterans in the seats, making jobs safer and better for all Americans as we go along. Because veterans, look, you proved once you can do it. I know for a fact you can do it every single day. As we look at this, some of the questions that come. The Wild West is over, so what do? How do we get our veterans into this? Well, one of the things that I want to emphasize is that we're now not only taking you as veterans, the GI Bill is going to be able to pay for this. You're going to be able to actually get and use the money to go get your CDL license. You're able to get this, and we're going to make it a lot easier and a lot quicker. Like I said, for those of us who rode in these, this will be a thrill. So we do that. We're going to use the GI Bill. The Dole Act also did something that's really important, and that was the CDL programs. It used to take almost 2 years to get in. We're now waiving that to where the CDL and disability, service-connected disabilities, can get in that instead of having to wait the 2 years. So we're actually putting into place what is already there and saying, you know what, we're going to make it easier for our veterans to do this. Our VR&E programs are already ready to train veterans to go take these jobs as we go forward. But as we go forward, let me just emphasize one thing already, Mr. President. 1 in 10 of our truck drivers across the country are veterans already. 1 in 10. Why don't we make it 2 in 10? Why don't we make it 3 in 10? For those who want to get out and serve this country, who want to be the leaders and be the safety experts who drove these, to drive these, will drive us as Americans in the future. We couldn't do this without a great partnership with the cabinet and our partners in the business community as we go forward. But I'm here to also tell you, you can't do it without a president who doesn't look at what can't be, he looks at what can be. And Donald Trump has said when it comes to transportation and safety and keeping illegals off the road, but also putting our veterans first, you have a president who not only says it, but he does it, and we're here today to prove it. God bless you.
I would like to thank President Trump for inviting us all here today. It is a profound honor to stand with you here at the White House, along with the brave veterans, the military leaders, and cabinet members, in the same month that we celebrated the 250th anniversary of our great country. If I could take a moment, for those of you that are at a camera and facing this way, there are hundreds of veterans here today. And I feel like we owe it to the veterans who have sacrificed. The saying is that all gave some and some gave all. And I would like to take a moment for all of us to thank the people behind the camera and the men here for their service. As President Trump said, I am Nathan Maiskeier. I'm the president of Werner Enterprises. Werner is one of America's largest, safest, and most successful transportation companies. This year, Werner proudly celebrates 7 decades of keeping the American economy moving. And after all, 75% of all freight in America moves by a truck. At Werner, 15% of our 14,000 associates nationwide are veterans and military spouses, a statistic that we're proud of. Today, I am proud to announce a new strategic initiative for our company. In tandem with the Trump administration's Freedom Haulers program, Werner Enterprises is officially committing to hire 1,400 veterans in the coming year. This administration's Freedom Haulers campaign will have a direct and powerful impact on our ability to bring even more veterans into our workforce and into this great trucking economy. Cutting through red tape and translating a veteran's military driving experience directly into a civilian commercial driver's license. Veterans at Werner often move up the ranks into roles as driver leaders, and many serve as premier road team captains, mentoring the next generation of drivers and representing the absolute best of American trucking. We should all commit to ensure that every veteran returning home is met not just with handshakes and hugs and applause, but real opportunities to lead, drive, and succeed. Thank you again to President Trump and all of the members of the Trump administration who support our heroes and these pro-veteran initiatives. May God bless our veterans, may God bless our leaders, and may God bless America. Thank you.
My fellow Americans, Mr. President, and distinguished guests, it is an honor to stand with you today. For 30 years of service, I have the privilege of wearing the uniform of the United States Army and the Army National Guard. Like so many who have answered the call, my service took me through moments of hardships and sacrifices. I reflect on which I carry with me every day. Serving this nation was an honor, but when the time came to take the uniform off, I faced the question veterans confront. How do I continue serving? For me, the answer was on the open road. Transition from military life behind the wheel of a commercial truck has brought a renewed sense of mission for me. Veterans make exceptional truck drivers because they have the core values of the military aligned seamlessly with the trucking industry. We're disciplined, we are vigilant, we're adaptable, and with an unwavering commitment to getting the job done safely and on time. The trucking industry is more than just a sector of our economy. It is the backbone of our commerce. It is a place where service members, veterans, military spouse can find a purpose, a community, and a way to continue keeping our great nation moving forward. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless our service members and their family, and God bless the United States of America.
Anybody like to say anything? I just want to thank everybody for being here. This is going to be a big day for our wonderful patriots, our great veterans. They're going to produce like nobody else can produce. And thank you very much. And I want to thank you and especially all those people you're going to be hiring. But I know a lot of your competitors are also doing the same thing. So it's going to be really fantastic. Sean, thank you. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everybody, for the job you've done very much. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, President.
Short and sweet, but amazing, Shady Grove. Uh-oh. I can't. Stop it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. That's heartwarming, Shady Grove. That's what our country should be about. Did you see Abdul or these other people that can't speak English, Jose, say, we really want to make this sure that we get there safely. I know I can't speak English. I don't know how the signs work. I don't know. Look at that, guys. The people that served their country are going to be taking care of trucking in the United States. And wow, I don't know. That just makes my heart so warm, Shady. I don't know why. It's just, this is my country. This is it. This is what I wanted to see all along.
I want to see Minnesota on the list. I want to see Oregon on the list. I want to see Washington State on the list. I want to see California on the list. I want to see New Mexico on that list. This is a big problem. I get out here on these roads. I drive up and down Interstate I-5 all the time, and it is a big, big problem. These people do not understand English. These people do not understand laws. You see them. They're all over the road with these trucks. They're driving 80,000-pound weapons, and it is literally just a matter of time. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I come from the old world. The old world was that every single truck that passed by a way station had to pull in and stop at that way station. There's been something that has happened in the American culture that has allowed these companies like J.B. Hunt and these massive trucking corporations to just somehow bypass these stops and bypass being vetted by law enforcement at these interchanges of known as way stations across America. I believe personally, every single one of these trucks should be stopped. and every single human being that is illegal in one of them should be immediately deported. Their trucks should be confiscated, and the company that put that person in that truck should be held criminally liable to the American people, whether or not they were given a CDL or not. It makes no difference to me. These are CDL farms, Jeff. They've set up CDL farms in Washington, Oregon, and California, and what they're doing is they're qualifying people from out of country. They're using Puerto Rico as some sort of way to qualify people in country with a CDL, and then they're licensing it from over there. This is absolute craziness, and this is an amazing attempt by Donald Trump and the powers that be to fix it, but it is systemic. There is, I don't mean to be racist, but there's way too many people from India driving 80,000-pound trucks up and down I-5. I'm sorry that I have eyes. I'm sorry that I can drive by and see who these people are when I drive by them, but their eyes are glazed over and they can barely keep the truck between the ditches.
Yeah, and it's not racist when people are not well qualified for a job. Okay, it's not. This is not a DEI type of thing, guys. You can't just hire somebody because of their ethnicity and their status of being illegal in the United States.
They have the skills to make a sandwich, not drive an 80,000-pound truck.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, I mean, it's not that we're, people are always all racist, right? No, I don't care what color you are, where you're from. If you can't read English, you're not good. You're not qualified.
Exactly.
Very simple. I know, but we got to worry about being canceled because,
Well, it's interesting too, because that it kind of like fits right in with the whole thing that we were watching before with the airport and the idea of beautifying the airport. Where do you see how all of these idiots? Notice that it'll always be all of the communists. The communists will tell you that you're not allowed to have nice things. That's literally, like, at the end of the day, let's take out all of their BS and their nonsense. What they're literally saying is you are not allowed to have nice things, okay? Because nice things are easy to govern. Nice things have law and order. Nice things take time and people care about them. Communists don't care about anything other than power.
That's right. That's right. All right, Shady Grove, we're getting out of here. We've got a busy day today. Post-production, we've got something to do afterwards, but we're going to try to get out of here at 2 because we've got a meeting at 2:15. But Shady Grove, what a great show today. Thank you so much for everything. Fauci lied. People died. I think something's going to happen. State level. Florida's already doing it. Who else is next? What other states? Let's go. Got the Freedom Truckers, man. This is amazing. We got a new airport, and have you ever been? You've been to DC? It sucks, bro. Dulles sucks.
Oh my God,
it is a shithole. Okay, and America will no longer be a shithole. Make America great again, Shady.
It's a great statement. I really like it. The strength of your commentary here. Thank you all so much for being here. Please share the show. If you have somebody in your life that is like trying to argue with you, say, you can't argue with me. I've already got the facts. There's like, you don't have any facts. Yeah, I do have the facts. I've got the MG show. There's like, what's the MG show? And you say, they're right here.
And then you say, but wait, there's more. We've got Q Lounge Live too.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to play Truth Becomes the Weapon by Mikey Mariano. You're going to love it, Shady. You ready?
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
The mission as a sacred channel from the chosen leader for the waking people.
Mikey Mariano. Wow. Shady's not crying, you're crying. God bless you all. www.mg.show. I love you guys. Boom.